Get ready to dive into the world of the rarest and most legendary muscle cars ever built. These aren't just powerful machines. They're iconic pieces of American car culture that collectors would do anything to own. Some are so rare, they're worth more than a private island. From bold designs to massive engines, each one tells a story. Let's count down the top 10 muscle cars that have truly earned their place in automotive history. Kicking off our countdown is a muscle car that doesn't always get the spotlight, but absolutely deserves it. The 1970 Buick GSX Stage 1. Originally revealed at the Chicago Auto Show, this bold performer offered something rare for the time, a fusion of raw muscle and refined luxury. Under the hood sat Buick's massive 455 cubic inch V8, enhanced with the Stage 1 performance package. While officially rated at 360 horsepower, real-world figures often climbed above 400. Even more impressive was the torque, 510 pound-foot, the highest torque rating of any American production car that year. Visually, the GSX stood out with bright Saturn yellow or Apollo white paint, black body stripes, and a high-profile rear spoiler. A loud look for a brand typically known for subtlety. But what truly sets it apart today is its scarcity. Only 678 GSXs were built, of which just 400 were Stage 1 models. Even fewer, just 118 cars, came equipped with a 4-speed manual transmission. One of these rare examples sold for over $200,000 at auction in 2020, and values have only climbed since. Sliding into the number 9 spot is one of the most fearsome Mustangs ever built, the legendary Ford Mustang Boss 429. Created not for the street, but to qualify a monster engine for NASCAR. The Boss 429 was a street-legal race car born out of necessity and competition. Ford needed to homologate its new 429 cubic inch semi-HEMI engine, and the Mustang was chosen as the vessel. Built by CarCraft, Ford's special vehicle contractor in Brighton, Michigan, only 1,358 Boss 429s were produced over 2 years, 859 in 1969 and 499 in 1970. Each car was hand-assembled, with extensive modifications made to the Mustang's engine bay to accommodate the massive power plant. While officially rated at 375 horsepower, most experts agree that the Boss 429's real output was north of 500 horsepower, thanks to its aluminum cylinder heads, massive intake ports, and solid lifter camshaft. Adding to its mystique are early S-Code engines, which had fewer emissions restrictions and more race-ready internals. One low-mileage example featuring this engine recently sold for an eye-watering $523,000. At number 8, we have a true hidden gem of the muscle car era, the 1969 Dodge Coronet RT HEMI Convertible. While the Coronet wasn't the flashiest of Chrysler's B-body lineup, Dodge made sure it had serious street credentials by offering it with the legendary 426 HEMI engine, an option that turned this gentleman's muscle car into a fire-breathing performance machine. In 1969, Dodge built just 107 Coronet RTs with the 426 HEMI, and only 10 of those were convertibles. Of those 10, just 4 were equipped with a 4-speed manual. And remarkably, this particular example is the only one known to still exist today. That kind of rarity pushes it into unicorn territory. To make things even more special, it wears a factory bright metallic green exterior paired with a white interior, a striking and unusual combination that amplifies its collector appeal. sold at auction in 2016 for an impressive $625,000. This one-of-a-kind HEMI Coronet is a time capsule from the peak of Detroit's muscle car madness. Taking the number 7 spot is a muscle car so rare and powerful, it was practically a race car in disguise. The 1969 Chevy Camaro ZL1 COPO. Born from a loophole in GM's corporate policies, this beast came to life through the Central Office Production Order (COPO) system, a backdoor way for dealers to spec performance parts usually reserved for racing. Only 69 ZL1 Camaros were ever produced, each equipped with an all-aluminum 427 cubic inch V8 engine originally developed for Can-Am racing. Rated at 430 horsepower on paper, real-world figures placed it closer to 500 plus, thanks to its lightweight construction, high compression pistons, and solid lifter camshaft. The ZL1 engine alone cost more than many base Camaros at the time, making the car prohibitively expensive and extremely exclusive. Of those 69, only a handful were paired with the Muncie M22 Rock Crusher 4-speed manual transmission, like the one featured here. A true street-legal dragster, this ZL1 wasn't just rare, it was brutally fast. One of these elite Camaros sold for $825,000 in 2021, reflecting its value as both a collector's dream and a raw performance legend. Landing firmly in 6th place is a Shelby Mustang that redefined factory performance limits. The ultra-rare 1966 GT350 with a Paxton supercharger. While the standard GT350 was already a street-legal race car, Carroll Shelby pushed the limits even further with this blown version. In 1966, Shelby American built 1,373 GT350 fastbacks, but only 11 were equipped with the optional Paxton centrifugal supercharger, a $670 add-on at the time that significantly boosted performance. The supercharged 289 cubic inch V8 delivered over 400 horsepower, a massive jump from the naturally aspirated model's 306 horsepower, turning this lightweight Mustang into a serious performance weapon. This particular example is one of just 4 supercharged GT350s painted in candy apple red, making it even more desirable to collectors. Combining rarity, factory-backed forced induction, and Shelby's motorsport pedigree, the car stands as one of the most collectible Mustangs ever produced. In 2020, this red rocket crossed the auction block for a stunning $852,000. At number 5, 1970 Plymouth HEMI Superbird, a machine born from the high banks of NASCAR and engineered to be as fast as it looked wild. Built as a homologation special to qualify for NASCAR competition, the Superbird was Plymouth's bold answer to Dodge's Charger Daytona, sharing much of the same radical aerodynamic DNA, a pointed nose cone, flush rear window, and a massive rear wing designed for high-speed stability. While over 1,900 Superbirds were built, only 135 left the factory with the legendary 426 HEMI V8, making it one of the most coveted variants. Even fewer, just a handful, were paired with the A833 4-speed manual transmission, a setup built for true performance enthusiasts. This particular example takes rarity even further. Painted in retina-scorching limelight green, it's one of only 2 HEMI 4-speed cars finished in this color. Add in low mileage and near-perfect originality, and you've got a collector's dream. In recent years, this exact car sold for $852,500, solidifying its place among the elite in muscle car history. Blazing into the number 4 position is a true icon of American muscle, the 1970 Pontiac GTO Judge Convertible. Decked out in the unmistakable Orbit Orange, more than just a car, the Judge was Pontiac's bold, tongue-in-cheek response to the muscle car wars, named after a sketch from Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In and designed to stand out with aggressive styling and unapologetic attitude. In 1970, Pontiac produced only 168 Judge convertibles, and of those, just 17 were fit with an automatic transmission and the ultra-desirable Ram Air 4 400 cubic inch V8. This high-performance engine boasted round port heads, a wild cam, and was conservatively rated at 370 horsepower, though real-world figures pushed well beyond 430. What sets this specific car apart? It served as a factory promotional vehicle, optioned with standout features like the Formula steering wheel and a crisp white convertible top. It's also one of only 7 built in this exact configuration, making it a near mythical piece of muscle car history. When it sold for $1.1 million, it didn't just make headlines, it solidified its place as one of the rarest and most celebrated Pontiacs ever made. Taking the number 3 spot is the ultra-rare and absolutely breathtaking 1970 Dodge Challenger RT HEMI convertible. A car that blends brute power with drop-top cruising in one of the most coveted muscle car packages ever built. Introduced as Dodge's answer to the Mustang, Camaro, and Firebird, the Challenger arrived late to the pony car party, but wasted no time in making a bold impression. In its debut year, Dodge offered the mighty 426 HEMI V8 in the Challenger RT, but only 9 convertibles were equipped with this legendary engine. Of those, just 4 came with a Torque Flight 3-speed automatic transmission, including the example featured here. With 425 horsepower and 490 pound-foot of torque, this convertible wasn't just about looks, it was built to dominate the streets and strip alike. What makes this car even more extraordinary is its originality and completeness. A true time capsule from the golden era of Detroit horsepower. The styling, unmistakable. Long hood, short deck, bold RT badging, and classic E-body proportions. In 2016, this HEMI-powered Challenger convertible hammered for a staggering $1.65 million. Long before it became a pop culture icon, the Pontiac Trans Am made its quiet debut in 1969. And among those first models, only 8 were convertibles. One of them stands out above the rest, not just for its rarity, but for its truly one-of-a-kind configuration. This particular car is the only 1969 Trans Am convertible finished in cameo white with Tyrol blue stripes, a white interior, white soft top, and paired with a 4-speed manual transmission. Ordered new by a Pontiac engineer as a company car, it reflects both factory performance and personal pride in the brand. Its Ram Air 3 400 V8 under the hood delivers the muscle, while the distinctive triple white color scheme makes it unforgettable. This isn't just a classic, it's a snapshot of Pontiac innovation at its peak. When it went to auction in 2016, the hammer dropped at $1.9 million. Sitting at the very top of our list is the 1971 Plymouth HEMI Cuda convertible, a car so rare, so powerful, and so iconic. It's often called the holy grail of muscle cars. Only 11 were ever produced that year, and just 3 came with a 4-speed manual transmission for the US market. This isn't just rare, it's nearly unmatched in the world of classic American performance. This particular example stands out even among the few survivors. Finished in Winchester Gray, a color offered just for 1 year, it features bold HEMI callouts on the fenders, a functional shaker hood scoop, and a factory 426 HEMI V8, an engine originally designed for NASCAR. With 425 horsepower and monstrous torque, it could light up the tires in any gear, even with its heavy-duty Dana 60 rear end and Hurst pistol-grip shifter. Originally exported to France, this car lived much of its life overseas before returning stateside to blow minds and break records. At auction, it was bid up to $4.8 million, yet still didn't meet the seller's reserve. Proof that some cars are considered simply too valuable to part with. We've just taken a ride through 10 of the rarest and most legendary muscle cars ever built. Machines that define power, style, and exclusivity. From HEMIs to Superbirds, each car tells a story of bold design and American performance at its peak. Which one impressed you the most? Or is there a rare beast you think should have made the list? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love classic muscle as much as we do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss the next episode. More horsepower history is just around the corner.